Welcome back, musicmoose.org, and we're just now starting to touch on learning some runs and incorporating them into some basic leads, and we're going to work on picking a lead out of a vocal melody. And we wanted to, for those of you who haven't been introduced to the world of tablature yet, we do want to mention that along with a lot of these lessons, we do have tablature that goes along with them. So if you can read the tablature, it's a very helpful tool along with the audio and video, and we hope you're able to do that. For some of you that haven't found out about tablature, haven't learned about it yet, we're hoping to do a whole special segment on tablature for each instrument that stringed instrument that we're featuring in the lessons. And for those of you that just can't wait, well, we know you've got a computer because you're watching us now, and you can always just do a search for guitar tablature, and there will be tons of things that come up that you can find out all about it. So I hope I'm not leaving anybody behind. If you're not hip to the tablature yet, it's really not that difficult, and we found that it's actually a much easier, quicker way than learning to read musical notation to apply to guitar and the other instruments too. Unless you've already learned another instrument like piano or a horn or something, you can read music, then you're probably way ahead of the game. So, I was touching on some basic elements of working on leads, and we introduced the G run, C run, and D run, the same kind of phrasing over each one of those chords, and we were explaining hammer-ons and pull-offs. Okay, and of course there's always the slide that goes in there too, where you would pick a note on the fret and slide it up to wherever you're intending to slide to. A very popular one, once again, I have a G. We'll take this G and we hit an A note and slid it up to a B note. So there I had a slide and some hammer offs, pull off. So you can see all that right in there in G. There's a lot going on just in the G chord. It sounds a little more intense than it actually is. So, how do you play a lead over a popular tune that people sing? You haven't learned much about lead yet, and basically wanted to try to get you in gear to, besides the tablature and with the audio and video, using your ear as a tool to find these melodies is often quite helpful. So if I take a popular old tune, we'll use the 9-pound hammer for this introduction here into some leads. And I'm not going to go ahead and say I'm much of a singer, but I'm going to sing this basic vocal melody and then show you how to pick it out on the guitar. Okay, so the 9-pound hammer in G. I'm going to play through the progression once, and then I'm going to sing it one time, just one verse, and then we'll stop and pick out a melody to it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's a 9-pound hammer, just a little too heavy, only for my size, oh, for my size. Won't you roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Okay, now we just did one verse and a chorus. Now it's your time to play the lead over this. So if I take that, if I just take the chorus and I say, it's a 9-pound hammer, right in G, to find that. There, that's pretty simple, the first line. It's a 9-pound hammer. just a little too heavy. There I am at the C. Back to the G, honey for my size. And the D, honey for my size. Back to G, with the G run. I know that might have been a little quick going by you there, but I'm going to just take those three phrasings and put them together and play it as a verse. So, 1, 2, 3. Not too difficult, and I think you could hear the vocal melody pretty strong in that. So there you go. If you can start whittling away on some of your popular tunes, things you've been wanting to learn and trying to build some leads, it's one example of how to try to go about it, picking it out without even seeing a tablature or seeing someone play it, or a group of people. Sometimes it's a little hard to learn that stuff off of recordings, but it is another great way of learning tunes and learning how to build leads before the days of all these computers and things. Dave and myself and some of the other instructors have had these conversations on when we were learning how to play tunes, how difficult it was learning off of albums and woodshedding at home and not having the visual and audio tools that we have now. So we hope this has been helpful, and we're going to delve a little deeper into picking out lead melodies in some of the next sessions. So pick on, mooses. Thanks for stopping by at musicmoose.org.